Check it out, a new package came in from Zhiyun. Yes, the new Crane M2S. Wow, gimbals tend to get smaller and smaller. And here it is, the Crane M3's baby brother, Crane M2S. Let's make something clear. Yes, Zhiyun sent me this gimbal for testing and I get to keep it. Though no money changed hands and they are not sponsor of this video. This video does have a sponsor though, and that's me, with all my love for creating vids. Alright, time to take a closer look on the Crane M2S. First we're gonna check out some specs and features, then I'm gonna show you how it performs with the full frame camera, and in the end let's see how it compares to the Crane M3, which was also released not that long ago. A couple of months ago, when the Crane M3 was released, it was quite shocking that such a small gimbal can be used with the full frame camera. Now Zhiyun has made a quick step forward and voila, we have another tiny gimbal that can be used with the full frame camera. But this one is even lighter. Crane M2S weighs only 549 grams. It has powerful motors and can be used with action cameras, smartphones, APS-C sensor and full frame cameras. It has all popular gimbal modes including Vortex and Portrait. I'm pointing this out because I really like those and I think every gimbal nowadays should have them. Built-in fill light, great quick release system and locking mechanisms, battery runtime up to 10 hours, and it supports fast charging so you can fully charge it in less than 2 hours. Now it's time to see how this gimbal performs. So for this shoot I used a Sony a7S II camera with a 20mm f1.8 lens. Crane M2S does a really good job even with a full frame camera on it. I tested all kinds of modes and I think the results were pretty good, especially when this combination of camera and lens is actually not in the official compatibility list. I assume it is because it is just too big, but oh well, it worked in this test. To be honest, I had no clue that this setup wasn't on the list before I used it, but right from the start, I had trust in this little beast. But I'm pretty sure that this could be the biggest setup to use because not only did I have to remove the eyepiece, but also the protection glass from the front of the lens. So this means I can't use the setup in the daytime because that would mean no ND filters, which is a bummer. But it's still amazing that it worked and it is cool to know the maximum capabilities and test these things out. Now when knowing the biggest setups that work with the Crane M2S, I can assume that any smaller camera paired with the smaller lens will also work nicely. For example, you will find an A7C paired with a 20mm 1.8 lens in the compatibility list, which is pretty cool. But even though it is known that the gimbal works with smaller cameras and lenses, I would still advise you to go through the list yourself and see if the gear you're planning to use is listed there. Actually, wait, let me check something. So the Crane M2S weighs 549 grams, but the setup I used in the tests weighs around 1 kilogram. That's almost twice as much. Crazy. I think that the Crane M2S is a great vlogging and travel gimbal. It is small and powerful. And let's not forget that this gimbal is not made only for cameras. For example, let's say you're using your smartphone as your vlogging camera. With standard phone gimbals, you probably wouldn't be able to rig it as much and equip it with accessories such as a cage, microphones, ND filters, and so on. But with the Crane M2S, it's possible. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get my phone a couple of more accessories and see if that kind of setup could replace the full frame camera in some cases, because it's definitely gonna be easier when vlogging. I will let you know if I do so in a future video. Speaking of which, have you subscribed to the channel? If not, make sure to do so, not to miss future content. Alright, now I would like to put the Crane M2S side by side with the Crane M3. It's pretty clear why these gimbals are being compared. They are almost the same size, and the power of the motors could actually be the same. Both gimbals have fill lights. If purchasing a combo pack, then both come with a phone holder and a bag. Both have the same quick release system. Both gimbals can be used with action cameras, smartphones, APS-C sensor and the full frame cameras. So where's the catch? Well, on one hand, the battery of the Crane M2S holds longer, but on the other hand, the Crane M3 has a touchscreen, but the Crane M2S does not. Crane M3's fill light is bicolor, so with that one you can control the light's temperature. With the Crane M2S, not so much. That one is limited to 5600 Kelvin, though that way you get a more powerful output. Crane M3 has longer arms, which means you can use a bit bigger camera and lens with it. a control wheel, which can be used to control a specific camera function. Probably at this point you're like, what? You just mentioned a bunch of things why the Crane M3 seems better. Why choose the Crane M2S? Well, you see, I think both of these gimbals are great for certain situations and purposes. And I wouldn't say that the Crane M2S is less. I would say it's simpler and $100 cheaper. For functions and options you might not need anyway. It all comes down to what gear are you going to use and what type of content are you going to make. For some, yes, the Crane M3 could be better, but for some, the Crane M2S is gonna save some money and still give powerful results. That's it. I will see you in the next one. Ciao.